Today we will discuss about different developmental stages of ovarian follicle. Clear? Developmental developmental stages of ovarian follicle. In human female, a pair of ovary is found on either side of the uterus. Each ovary is lined by germinal epithelium. Each ovary is lined by germinal epithelium composed of squamous and cuboidal epithelium. Each ovary is lined by germinal epithelium composed of squamous and cuboidal cell. Below the germinal epithelium, a connective tissue layer present. Below the germinal epithelium, a connective tissue layer present called tunica albuginea. The tunica albuginea encloses a fluid. The tunica albuginea encloses a fluid called the stroma. The outer part of stroma is called cortex, whereas the inner part of stroma is called medulla. The cortex contains a number of spindle cells. Clear? The tunica albuginea encloses stroma. The outer part of stroma is called cortex, which contains a number of spindle cells, and the inner part of the stroma is called medulla. Now, inside the ovary, a number of developing follicles are found. The germ cells of ovary undergoes mitotic division and produce around 2 million of oogonia in the fetal life, that is about 25th week, and out of these 2 million of oogonia, only 60,000 to 80,000 of oogonia develops into follicles in each ovary, and the rest of the oogonia are degenerate. Out of these 60,000 to 80,000 of follicles, only 450 follicles mature during the entire reproductive span, and the rest of the follicle degenerate and is called follicular atresia. Clear? The ovary is lined by germinal epithelium. The germinal epithelium is composed of squamous and cuboidal cells. Below the germinal epithelium, tunica albuginea present, which is composed of a connective tissue. The tunica albuginea encloses a fluid-filled cavity called the stroma. The outer part of stroma is called cortex, which contains a number of spindle cells, whereas the inner part is called medulla. The cortex is little vascular, whereas the medulla is highly vascular. Inside the cortex, a number of follicles of different periods are found. Each follicle develops from the germinal epithelium by mitotic division. In the fetal life, that is about 25th week of the fetus, the cells of ovary divide to produce around 2 millions of oogonia. Out of these 2 millions of oogonia, around 60,000 to 80,000 oogonia develop at puberty. Out of these 80,000 in each ovary, only 450 follicles mature during the entire reproductive span, and the rest are degenerated and is called follicular atresia. By the process of oogenesis, the germ cells produce oogonia, and the oogonia, by getting nutrients, become primary oocyte. Inside the ovary, the follicles are present. Each follicle contains a central primary oocyte, which is surrounded by a number of granulosa cells. Clear? The oocyte or primary oocyte surrounded by a number of granulosa cells. The number of granulosa or follicular cells. So the primary oocyte and granulosa cells all are originated from the germ cells. The primary oocyte and granulosa cell together called primary follicle. Now, a number of granulosa cells surrounds the primary oocyte, and the outermost layers of the granulosa cell covered by another layer called the theca. Means the outer layer is called theca, followed by granulosa cells, and in the center primary oocyte present. The whole structure is called secondary oocyte. Means the primary follicle is covered by granulosa cells, primary oocyte and granulosa cell, primary oocyte, granulosa cell and theca together called secondary follicle. The granulosa cell now secretes some fluid. The granulosa cells now secrete some fluid. These fluids are deposited inside the secondary follicle and form a number of small cavities. small cavities. The secondary oocyte, the secondary follicle with the cavity, the secondary follicle with the cavity is called tertiary follicle, is called tertiary follicle. Now all the cavities are united to form a large space called antrum, and the tertiary follicle converts into mature follicle or Graafian follicle. Mature follicle or Graafian follicle. The mature follicle or Graafian follicle contains a number of layers. These are the central egg membrane surrounded by vitelline membrane. The vitelline membrane is formed from the ooplasm and granulosa cells. This vitelline membrane is formed from the ooplasm or oocyte and the granulosa cell. Around the vitelline membrane, zona pellucida present, which is non-cellular and composed of glycoprotein, which is non-cellular and composed of glycoprotein. Around the zona pellucida, granulosa cells are present. They form another layer called the corona radiata, which is radiating in appearance, and is called corona radiata. In the center, egg membrane present. Egg membrane is surrounded by vitelline membrane. Vitelline membrane is surrounded by zona pellucida. The zona pellucida is non-cellular layer composed of glycoprotein, which prevents the attachment of the blastocyst at abnormal site. Around the corona radiata, cavity is present. The cavity is called antrum. Filled with liquor follicles. The antrum is lined by granulosa cells. The antrum is lined by granulosa cells and is called membrane granulosa. The secondary oocyte is attached on one side of granulosa by a group of cells called cumulus oophorose. The antrum contains a number of cells and fluid. Around the membrane granulosa, the thicker layer is differentiated. Clear? Around the granulosa layer, the thicker layer is differentiated into two layers. These are theca externa and theca interna. There are two theca layers, that is outer theca externa and inner theca interna. Outer theca externa, it is composed of a fibrous tissue, and inner theca interna, which is a cellular layer and produce estrogen hormone. So the Graafian follicle, is a complex structure. It is covered by outer theca externa, which is a fibrous layer, followed by theca interna, cellular layer, produce estrogen. Below the theca interna, membrane granulosa present, that is granular cells are found, called the membrane granulosa, which encloses a cavity called the antrum. The antrum contains liquor follicles. On one side of the antrum, the secondary oocyte is present. The secondary oocyte is surrounded by vital membrane. The vital membrane is formed by the combined action of oocyte and granulosa cells. Around the vital membrane, non-cellular layer present called the zona pellucida, which is composed of glycoprotein, and around the zona pellucida, corona radiata present. The zona pellucida plays an important role because it prevents the attachment of blastocyst at abnormal site. Clear? On one side, the secondary oocyte is attached to the granulosa cells by a stalk or by a pedicel. By a stalk or by a pedicel called the cumulus oophorus. Cumulus oophorus. On 14th day of menstrual cycle, on 14th day of menstrual cycle, the secondary oocyte or the ovum, the secondary oocyte is released out from the Graafian follicle. The secondary oocyte is released out from the Graafian follicle by the process called ovulation. By the process called ovulation. If the egg is fertilized, then zygote is formed. If the egg is not fertilized, it degenerates. After ovulation, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle converts into an yellowish fluid called corpus luteum. After ovulation, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle converts into an yellowish fluid called the corpus luteum. If zygote is formed, then corpus luteum of pregnancy is formed, which produce progesterone hormone, otherwise called pregnancy hormone. If the egg is not fertilized, the egg degenerate and the corpus luteum also degenerate. And leaving a scar in the ovary called corpus albicans. Leaving a scar in the ovary called corpus albicans. If fertilization occurs, corpus luteum of pregnancy is formed, which produces progesterone hormone that maintains the uterus during the pregnancy period. If the egg is not fertilized, the corpus luteum degenerates, leaving a scar in the ovary called corpus albicans. Clear?